Hi guys. So I am completing my internship this go around through Groton Public Schools. Um, so I thought it was kind of cool. Actually, I just finished watching Laura's video and thought it was kind of the whole "it's a small world" thing because I've never met Laura and we both live in Groton and we are both completing our placements through Groton Public Schools. Um, so I guess so similar to like what Laura was discussing, um I have also found that first of all, Groton Public Schools are fantastic. I think it's a great population to work with, similar to what Laura was discussing. As it's a pretty diverse community. Um, I also think that in my own experience with Groton Public Schools, they do a fantastic job at teaching and like teaching interns on that level and also teaching in general. But they give you the opportunity to really create your own path and to learn what you want to learn and get what you want to get out of the experience. Um, so, with that being said, I think that my biggest goal with this final internship is that with my own background, I think I have a fairly diverse background myself as far as my own experiences within social work. But within a school system is where I am lacking my experience. So I completed my initial placement within a school also, and I gained a lot of knowledge. And I'm hoping that this second placement will just help to sort of hone those skills. Because I think that what I did take out of my first placement within a school is that, you know, you can learn as many social work skills and have as much experience in other settings, but um, working within a school is just a whole different beast. You know, there's different perspectives when you're, you know, working with a school social worker. You're kind of I hate to use the word isolated, but you kind of are because, you know, teachers have their own perspective of what's going on in a school and how things should be working. So does a school psychologist. You know, a principal is going to have a whole nother perspective on what's going on and how they're running their school. So it's different where, you know, I think when you compare that to if you are working within like a social work agency, where everybody has a social work background, a social work perspective, and is completing social work. It's very different than when you're in a school setting and potentially the only social worker or the only person with a social work background and perspective that's being used. So that's kind of my goal of this placement. So what else? I guess a little bit about myself I can give you before I wrap up. So, just running through it kind of quickly, when I graduated with my undergrad degree, I worked on a subacute unit for adolescent females, and then I have also worked for DCF. I worked in a group home for, again, it was adolescent females, but they had to be on parole. And then I worked in a PHP program, which also had an IOP program attached to it. And right as I was exiting that placement or work experience or whatever, they added a pediatric program, which was kind of cool because it kind of gave a different perspective. You know, adolescents and peds are quite different. And then where did I go from there? Okay, so I went to ICAPS, which I loved ICAPS, and honestly, the only reason I left ICAPS was because of school and having to complete the internship. Due to the intensity of the program, it was just impossible to do that amount of work and complete school and be able to stay on top of everything. And so currently, I have just minimal cases, but that I'm actually wrapping up. But I work in the RTFT program here, and that is reunification and therapeutic family time. So I actually love that program. I love doing the in-home stuff and really, you know, being able to feel like I'm helping a family get back together and get back together what they had before DCF became involved. So that's enough about me. And I'm excited to complete this placement with you guys and to learn from you and see what this brings. Thanks.